Make sure the taps, that's it. Yeah.
Should I close the door?
لا هذا خليه. Are you okay? We can move it back as much as you want.
Yeah, just
Move it as much as you want.
That's perfect.
You're good? You want me to move the
good.
computer up front?
good.
No,
I'm good.
we're good? Okay. I still have Angela and Kenneth. So I keep an eye on them. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yay, I'm so excited. From the back. I won't say very much because it's 9 o'clock. It's a little bit after 9 and we said we will start at 9 sharp. I'm gonna thank you all for making this commitment to yourself. I wanna thank the city of Pasadena for giving us the money to be able to, get you all where you like to go as far as starting your own business or improving what you already have. I'm gonna tell you one thing. We got you the best of the best to train you. I let Sahar introduce herself. She's a global trainer, and we're very lucky to have her company take, this training and bring it forward. She'll talk to you about the other trainers, the curriculum, and all of that. So with no further ado, my colleague, my friend, my mentor, Sahar Andrade.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Sahar.
See, we say that the rain, actually, it's a good sign. It's prosperity and good things coming to you. So that's how we're starting the first class, right? Personally, I don't like it that much, but that's okay. That's beside the point. So my name is Sahar Andrade. I am certified in social media as a social media strategist. I'm also certified as an online marketeer. My experience comes from being global marketing executive. I have been working in marketing and cross-cultural marketing. So I have been doing also a lot of diversity and cultural competence for corporations. My accounts mainly are government, like City of Pasadena, LA County, City of Burbank, and so on. Personally, where I came through that, I had a very interesting life. I grew up as a diplomatic brat. So every 4 years, I lived in a new country. And I was fortunate enough to learn 5 languages.
Wow.
And that's what made me basically understanding the cultures more as a first-hand experience rather than just reading it in a book. I love what I do. I have my own company that I started in January 2011. So this is going to my 6th year. Yeah. It's already high 6 figures.
Wow.
And I'm by myself.
Wow.
Okay, so there is nothing, and I'm basically a business advisor for SBDC, which is the Small Business Development Center. I have been helping small businesses grow for the last 4 years. I have some clients that already have their own shows on TV, and they came with a totally different thing that they were doing, and all of a sudden they found their path. Wow. So as entrepreneurs, we need to find our path. And I don't personally believe in excuses, like I don't have the time, I cannot do this, because I'm exactly like you. I'm an entrepreneur, and I already have 2 businesses that I do by myself. So when someone tells me I don't have time, it doesn't go very well with me. I'm a wife also, and we have a social life, and we travel and all that. So it's about time management. Whatever I'm going to be sharing with you here throughout the course is actually live examples that I see every day. Okay? And I want you to know that there are no wrong questions. Every question has a purpose. And please do not hold on to your questions, because maybe the next person to you is thinking the same thing, but it's just like, should I say, shouldn't I say, And I want you to know that where we are here is a safe environment. Yes.
Since you said it, go ahead and ask the
Please.
question. What are the 5 languages that you speak?
I speak English, French, Arabic, Spanish, and Hebrew. Yeah. I was born in Egypt, and I moved here when I was 1 month shy of 20 years old. My husband is Hispanic, so that's why the Andrade last name that I have. And guess who speaks Spanish in the house? I do, not him. He doesn't. He's 5th generation here, and he doesn't speak Spanish. I'm the one that speaks Spanish. So talk about perceptions. People assume that he's the one that speaks Spanish. And I graduated from medical school, so I'm actually a medical doctor. I majored in psychiatry, never practiced.
Wow.
But everything I use is based on psychology. Okay, so I want you to know that I believe that everything in this life has a solution, or doesn't. Okay, so our way to deal with it is just to accept it, because if it has a solution, we need to work hard enough to get it. If it doesn't have a solution, there is nothing we can do.
Right.
Okay, so we need to remember that everything has. I'm a positive person. I always see a silver lining around the cloud. You know what? I don't call them obstacles. I don't call them failures. I call them a step to move forward. When I do something and it doesn't work, it shows me something that's not working. So I need to find something else. I don't call it failure. And I want you to readjust. Hopefully by the end of this program, your whole mindset is going to shift. Because anything you set your mind to, I'm a pure example of that, it can happen. And by the way, I did not get a loan. I started with $0. I depended on my marketing and my social media. So we're going to be talking throughout the program. I am so happy, and believe me, I'm so honored to share this journey with you. You have no idea. It's like the passion in my heart. So we're going to be talking today. I'm going to get to know you better, and you get to know me. We're going to talk about the challenges, the myth, the characters of an entrepreneur. Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? I want to hear your stories, and then next session is business planning. Basic business planning, session 1. The week after is session 2. Then we are going to go through, you have the order of the classes. I'm just going to tell you what we're going to cover. We're going to cover marketing, online and offline. We're going to cover branding, because I believe that branding is very important. Without your brand, without knowing your brand, you will not go anywhere. And we're going to build the marketing and branding before we go to social media, because social media people think is just a post here on Facebook and a tweet here. It's not that. It's a marketing plan that we need to move forward. Okay? Yes.
And you said branding.
Yes.
What is that?
Branding meaning what? Okay. When I tell you BMW, what comes to your mind?
Car.
What else?
Expensive.
What else?
Germany.
Automatic driving machine.
Okay. What else? Yeah, exactly. That's the brand. It's the image that you perceive a product or a service what it is. So we are all a brand. Each one of us is a brand. And we don't realize that. We think it's only big companies like Coca-Cola and BMW and Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. These are the only people that have a brand. Each one of you is a brand. The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you dress, the way you approach people, the way you say what you do. The way you say what you do is what we call a branding statement. And we have to dig through all that.
Okay.
And I promise you, this course, by the end of 10 weeks, will change your life. Because but let me correct that statement. Will change the life of whoever wants their life to be changed.
Okay.
Whoever is willing to put the work.
Okay.
It's up to you. I can show you the way. I can lead you to the water, but only you can drink the water.
Got it.
You know what I mean? And I want to start by telling you this. One of my mentors, when I first started the business, told me this. He said, guess what? No one cares about your products except you. So we need to remember that. Whatever services, whatever products we are having, we need to look at what the customer and client wants, not what we want. Because we get so boxed into whatever we think is working or should work that we just concentrate on that and we forget who we are really trying to serve. And that's why businesses get stalled and don't move anywhere. Okay, so we're going to talk about branding, about marketing, about social media. We're going to be talking about your licenses, what to do, how to move forward. I'm going to give you a little bit of tools and resources to use. And whatever I'm going to give you, I have done it. So I'm going to get you into practical steps. You should do this, you should do that. And one thing I'm going to be giving you is homework. And I don't like the sound of like, I didn't have the time to do it. I don't like that sound.
Okay.
Okay? So JB had sent you a survey in the mail. Please, whoever did not finish it and submit it. Because this way I can rearrange or I can tailor make your program for you. So it's for your own benefit. All right? So the rules of the game that we're going to be playing, I consider it a nice journey and game that we're going to be doing together. So I call it the conditions of success. What are the conditions of success? You have it on your first page. You can take this. I need to go to one. So I can make sure. And then after that, I'll give it to you. So the conditions of success are, first, actively participate. So I want to hear all of you. And by the way, I have a bad habit. Whoever just tried to hide, I pick on them. So it's up to you. Ask questions. Number 2. Listen to understand. You know, who knows Stephen Covey?
I've heard of him.
He wrote a great book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Okay.
If you haven't read that book, please get it. It's on Amazon. It's not expensive. I think it's like $10, $11. So.
And the title was 7?
7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So the third habit is first understand rather than being understood. Okay? I mean, the 7 habits are, it's a book extraordinaire, like they say. Silence is not golden. Not here. No sidebar conversations. Self-regulate confidentiality, meaning here, whatever you share with me is very confidential. It's up to you what you want to do with your information, okay? Use I statements. And this is very important in communication. When you say I statement, it does 2 things. You own what you're saying because it's I, and then for the other person, it's a kind of conflict resolution because you're not saying you. When you say you put them on the defensive. But when you say I, you share your own feelings.
You know, I heard also that you got to be careful when you use I. People says all he does is talk about himself. So how does that work?
Actually, branding is bragging.
Okay.
You need to get comfortable with the idea of bragging about yourself.
Gotcha.
And bragging doesn't mean that every single sentence, this is me, this is what I do, I'm the best. It doesn't mean that. Like, for example, last night, I put something on my social media saying, I am so excited to start the program for the city of Pasadena for entrepreneurs. I'm bragging, right? But it's kind of masked into, it's part of branding. You need to let people know what you do. If you don't, how will they know?
Okay.
No one can read like a crystal ball. You need to let people know. And it's okay. And this is very cultural. I come from a culture where especially women do not really say, I do not use the I, or this is what I do, or be proud of their success. And I'm totally the opposite. I had to learn to get out of my comfort zone. And this is the only way to success. The biggest key to success that I learned in my life is gratitude. Be grateful for everything that happens in your life, good, bad, ugly, because something will come out of it. And the second thing is to own your success. Give yourself the approval to be successful. It's okay. Whoever doesn't like it, they were not meant to be in your way. Okay? Move forward. Be respectful in words and behaviors. Pagers and cell phone must be turned off or put on vibrate so we won't disturb anybody. Have fun. At the bottom of the page, I have I, blank space, commit to abide by these conditions and success, and committed to finish the program, help myself and others. I want you to sign this because this is your commitment to the program. It's not legal or anything. I just want you to be okay. It's just your own personal commitment. Thank you so much.
I will hold it against you.
I will say I've never heard about it.
A question about missing not next Saturday, but the 21st.
If you have an emergency, you know what I mean?
I don't have an emergency.
You don't have it?
I will be in Jamaica.
Okay, that's fine. Just make sure to contact JB, so she will like kind of put you ahead, or at least at the same level that your friends here and your colleagues will be. But you will have, if there is homework, you will still have to do it.
Okay.
Okay? At the end of every session, we have what we call a plan of action. So I'm giving you 3 questions, okay? And we're going to go through it. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about it now. This to make sure that I know that you got what we discussed. I have 2 more consultants that are going to be working with you. So we have Vernon Webb that is going to be doing the business plan 1 and 2. He is a master at that. That's what he does, for living, and that's what he does for SBDC as well. And then for the finance, accounting, and taxes, I have someone else called Kenneth Smith. He is a certified CPA, and he has his own kind of accounting company. So they will give you the best information you can ever need. Meanwhile, as we go, I will share with you some taxes ideas that I learned through the hard way. Like, for example, I just changed my LLC to an S Corp, and I got hit with a letter by IRS that said, you owe $2,500 as a penalty. And I'm like, we filed on time. We had an extension. And they said, yeah, but the S Corp extension should be March 15, not April 15. And I didn't know. And my CPA didn't tell me.
Yeah.
So I called, I believe if you don't ask, you don't get. Right? So I called IRS and I'm like, that's $2,500 and we're going into Christmas. Is there any way you can help me? And he told me, what do you want me to do? I'm like, well, you have a proof that I extended it. It's an honest mistake. And he kept telling me, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, well, you have all the proof, right? And he goes like, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, can you take it away? He goes, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
IRS agents cannot tell you that they can do that for you. You have to ask, and they will accommodate you. So see, everything is a learning lesson. We just need to remember these lessons and share them with others.
Would that also apply to the FTB?
The franchise
tax board?
It's everything.
They're not going to suggest that you have to ask.
You have to ask. And you know what? I used to fear IRS, right? And the first time that I filed, I had a mishap here and mishap here. I changed my CPA twice. You know what I mean? And every single time I would call, and guess what? They would be very helpful. But you need to call and tell them, I don't know, help me.
Yeah.
I don't know, help me. And you will be surprised how much they will help you. And in the beginning, I used to be terrified from calling IRS. I would get that letter of IRS in the mail and I start sweating. You know what I mean? I'm sure that we all do, right? Oh my God, is that an audit or what? But these are a few things that we need to think about. So before I start, I'm going to go around the room and ask you, each one of you, what do you expect out of this program? Or why are you here? Maria.
I'm here because I want to have all the information that I can have to succeed in the business that I'm dreaming about. And I expect that I would be able to get all the resources from this program as well.
Great. What industry are you in?
I would like to be in a hotel industry. I would like to have a bed and breakfast. I live in Lincoln, around the corner of Rose Bowl, and the activities there inspired me to be have this
That's a great idea.
bed and breakfast
Thank
kind
you.
of thing, because there's a lot of activities there.
Good for you. Karen.
Hi, I have been selling online on Amazon and eBay, and right now I'm just selling collectibles. I mean, things that I had around the house, and then I started buying stuff from them. What I really want to do, though, is I go to these trade shows where people make things and they sell things. And I'd really like to develop clothing that I can sell. And I just have no idea how to go about it. So this is kind of my first step in doing that.
You're in the right place. Robert, I guess you're together, right?
No.
No?
We're
Okay.
together, we're together.
We're married.
Okay, but not in the same business. But not the same business.
Right.
Okay.
We
Robert.
just proved that you can be married and have separate goals.
Yes.
Well, that's fine. That's how my husband and I are. So,
Hi, I'm Robert Newman. I'm a technologist. I've been in technology my whole adult life. Started on nuclear ballistic missile submarines at age 17. I'm an IT engineer. And I've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm trying to perfect my business for success. And that's the reason why I'm here.
can I say something really quick? There is nothing called perfection.
Okay, got you.
There is excellence,
Okay,
Okay,
but no perfection.
Got
There
it.
is no human being is perfect.
thank you.
Okay? So when people start telling me, because this is how I was when I started my business, the first 9 months I was like, I want everything to be perfect. I want my stationery, my mission statement, my vision statement. Till my husband told me, you have a business, act like it. And that was a good wake-up call. Because, perfection by definition is that you need to release something to perfect it. So you cannot actually perfect something without releasing it. Okay? Because perfection goes back to procrastination, and procrastination goes back to fear.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay? So we need to talk about all that.
Yes.
Coletta.
Hi, my name is
Colita, sorry.
and my future, is, as long as I'm on this side of heaven, is to be aquatics instructor.
A quad instructor.
Aquatics, a fitness instructor in the swimming
Aquatics.
pool.
Okay. I like that.
For my age group. I'm older now, and exercise is a part of, it's just like breathing, I think, to stay fit and have clarity of mind. I'm a grandmother, so I want to be fit enough to deal with my grandchildren.
She already knows her niche. And we're going to talk about that when we're going to talk about marketing. Sir, I can't see your name. Henry.
Yeah, my name is Henry, and I'm going to get involved in a organization that has to do with technology and the small unmanned aircraft systems, or drones.
Robert.
Yes.
See? Already we have some sinking here, right? Yeah. Thank you. Christopher.
Christopher, I want to get my general contractor license for construction, building and stuff. I worked a little bit at the Rose Bowl, the stadium down there. Worked out at 409 Carpenter Union. So that's my goal.
Great. Thank you.
Good morning. My first name is Sakti, and I'm here to learn all the ins and outs of entrepreneurship. And what I understand that there are almost 90% failure rate.
We're going to talk about that. Yes, we are.
And what my goal from this class is to learn to diminish that failure rate, to make it a success for myself. And I'm in the healthcare field, and I've been involved as a consultant, as a business planner with Obamacare, any other aspects of regulatory and compliance needed from healthcare perspective. And in the past, I have worked with in the consulting area with Kaiser, Blue Shield of California, HealthNet, and my goal is to really create a niche for myself, either in the business analytics area or predictive analytics in the healthcare, because the cost is way too high, and that's where I see the niche. Either it's a device or it's an app, whatever is needed to ensure that the patient or the subscribers get the maximum bang for their dollar.
Well, you will have a very fertile market if they repeal Obama. Unfortunately, if they would repeal Obamacare, you will have a very big market for people that you can help. Okay, so thank you, Erica.
Hi, I'm Erica, and what I expect from this class is to fill the holes. I've taken other entrepreneurship classes in the past, but they've been very short, and to fill the holes so that I can be successful and be confident in what I'm doing. And my goal is, I'm in the beauty business. I'm a consultant for Avon, and I would like to create a beauty bus rather than a food truck. I will have on-board services where women learn how to apply their makeup and they buy the right products so that they don't go home with something that they don't know how to use or it's not right for them.
Beautiful. Thank you. Jorge.
There's our friend there.
That's what I'm saying. You know, one of the things that I do at SBDC is like, I meet every year probably around 500 entrepreneurs, right? What I do is like, I connect people that I think can help each other. And this is the power of small businesses. I mean, like, did you know, for example, that Henry is doing this? You know, Robert, did you know that he was an engineer in technology? And this is what I'm saying. We all can help each other. And this is the name of the game, actually. Jorge?
My name's George. Basically, I'm taking this class to learn everything I can from starting my own business. A few years from retiring from the fire department. And my dream was always to start my own business. But I want to do it the correct way before I invest any money.
That's very smart.
I've got several things I'm looking at. Security guard company with all the crime wave that's going around. I've got hundreds of individuals that are just ready to work for me and pay decent wages. Because some of these kids right now they're not getting paid what they deserve. And I'm looking at the food industry. I love to cook, and I like big portions. What you pay for, you're gonna get. Well, you know, your plate's gonna be worth it.
As long as they're healthy.
Fortunately, like King Taco, we're getting some awards for the city of LA, and he's sitting next to me, the founder of King Taco. I said, "Who are you?" "Oh, I'm the founder of King Taco." I said, "You know what? Sorry, sir, but your tacos are small." And we're paying big bucks. He started crying. Well, you know, I gave my kids all the restaurants. Now they downsized. Well, I want to bring it back to where, you know, you pay what you get.
Thank you, Jorge. Romeka?
As long as we attend her
Yeah.
business, we can eat the big portion.
Romeka? Good morning. My name is Romeka. Currently started my own personal training business. So I'm in the health and wellness industry. And I wanted to learn how to better collaborate all of my branding for podcasts and doing an after-school program for children as well and teaching them sports science. And then I'm looking to learn all of the necessary attributes to open and learning business science in general, to open up any business or kind of, you know, aspire to be there one day to help others as well. So.
You will. If you want it bad enough, you know, anybody read the book The Alchemist?
Yes, I brought it.
Yes.
You know what it says in there? It says, if you want something bad enough, the whole universe will conspire to make it happen. So remember that.
What's the name of the book?
Alchemist.
Alchemist.
Yeah, it's a, you can read the whole book in one day. It's like a children's story.
Yeah.
But it has so many great advices. You can tell that I'm an avid reader, right? I read so many books, you know? So, Thurman.
Good morning, my name is Thurman. I guess I'm an executive film and radio producer, and basically my business is digital media streaming, publishing and distribution like Netflix, Napster, Apple Music, Google Play, and basically I'm looking to gain resources from this class, especially with the administrative and executive infrastructure for my business, and pretty much just to sell my products, which is audio, video, lighting, engineering, and technology consulting.
Thank you. Cheryl.
My name is Cheryl. I'm taking this class because like everyone else, I want to learn step by step of how to open a business. I'm in the very beginning stages of working on my own. And definitely I want to network with as many people as possible because I'm getting into a business that I have really no experience in. it's in the food industry. I want to make my own vegan ice cream. I've done it at home, and I want to learn how to take it from homemade recipe to commercializing it.
You know, I had a client that did that with yogurt, and she opened a store in Glendale, and she's a great success now.
Yogurt?
Uh,
Yogurt?
Yes, she was my client. So we helped her actually through SBDC. I was her social media consultant. We helped her take her from just an idea to opening a store.
Wow.
And she's a great success. So, see, you even know. So, obviously, you have done your research on your market. So,
Yes.
very good. I like that. I like that. Tracy.
Hello, my name is Tracy. I would like to open an online store selling minerals and crystals on Etsy. I also am a Reiki master, and I'd like to know
We should talk.
how to market myself.
Absolutely.
And have my personal brand so I can stand out. And I have the more metaphysical knowledge, but I need the more business, licensing, taxes knowledge to tie it all together, and that I do my business correctly. And I also will be reading like tarot cards, so it's marketing myself. And
See how my eyes are getting big?
and tying all of those things together, because I see people doing that now on YouTube, and I'm thinking, okay, because they'll give you some information, show the crystals, and say, okay, I have this store. So that's
Did you do anything for New Year's? Did you do anything for New Year's, like releasing predictions?
No, well, I had some cards read for me, but that's with my group of people, so, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So Tracy would be using their services.
That's what I'm saying. You know, did you see how my eyes went big? Like, I'm like, okay, we need to talk. I can't see your
I
name.
don't have a card. My name is Kenneth Spencer.
Oh,
And,
We have your name.
of course we do.
okay. All right. Anyway, I always worked a lot of odd jobs, and I'm the type of person that could never stick to anything because as soon as I learn it, if you don't let me learn something else, I'm ready to do something else. So I majored in radio, television, and film. I always wanted to work in the industry. I would like to have a multimedia agency where I did commercials and advertising ads, and I wanted you guys to teach me how to do that.
Sermon. Okay. Just saying. Pamela.
I want to show you how much our respected want to be here. I've been in the bed since New Year's Eve. I'm pretty sick, but I want to be here this morning. So I hope you can hear. My name is Pamela Mims. I have a business consulting firm, and the reason why I'm here too is what my business does. I am a productivity consultant to take businesses to the next level as far as elevating their business to work productively and efficiently. Basically, people who are disorganized. So I get them organized, create systems. What my issue and problems that I've been having is that I have a niche to where I specialize with law firms and attorneys. And I'm the only one, and have been the only one since I started doing that. And I don't have a way to let them know I exist. And I have a website, I have all that sort of stuff, and that's one of the reasons. The other main reason is because I dealt with paper, organizing everyone. I'm getting old, tired, and as far as bending and picking up boxes, so I want to take that to the next level, into the 21st century, and see, because I do operation manuals and assessments, so I want to find out how to really market that, excuse me, how to market that without being so physically drained, and in the 21st century. So, and just really get my name out there.
Sermon again. Digital, because your product is becoming obsolete paper-wise.
Yeah.
So you need to take it digital. So whatever filing you're doing or organizing you're doing offline, you need to take and master that online.
And I'm aware of, as far as digitizing and people scanning, I'm aware of all that, but there are people that still, they can't, I might need that one day. I might need that piece of paper, some hang on. But then I have another product that I want to market that would be a downloadable. I need to know how to market that. That is really when I tell people about it, they're like, oh, I need that. I really need that. But I don't know how to get it.
We'll give you the tools.
We'll
You
give
already know your niche.
Yes.
And people think that when they market to everybody, they have a better chance to success. That's a myth. Jack of all trades is master of none.
Wow, okay.
You need to niche your niche. You know, so she knows that her small niche are the lawyers.
Can I comment on that? Because I started as a secretarial service, and I was desperate, hungry, like a lot of us are when we first start out. And I had all these services that I did, and I would get up and try to do an elevator speech and say it, and then they'd get confused, and they're like, what is it that you do?
Right,
Because
exactly.
I said too many things.
Right.
And so that niche part is extremely key.
The more niche you are, the more money you make.
Exactly.
Yes.
From my perspective, I read another opportunity, as you discussed about her niche, was her expertise with lawyers and attorneys and the office's organization of that, and enhancing that process to a bigger scope is what she can do. That means, to me, it's a process enhancement. She has a methodology which she could further not only provide digitizing the paper product to a media area, also reducing the process in the law firm which she has experience in.
Well, obviously, when she's going to digitalize that stuff and make it more online, it's going to
Exactly.
totally reduce the time. But we need to show what does that mean to them in very simple words
Exactly.
that a high schooler can understand.
Thank you. That's what I'm looking for.
Remember, we are in California. A lot of people here, English is not their first language. I have a client that is doing health products, but through spirituality and all that. And she would write things that sometimes I have to, and I think I have a pretty good vocabulary, and I was like, what does that even mean? You know, she goes, because I can't offer anything less to my clients. And the result is that the bounce rate on her website was very high because she did not connect with the people. She goes, I cannot insult their intelligence. I'm like, you're not insulting their intelligence. You need to, and I had to help her demystify what she's doing in very simple words. You know what I mean? So this is what, like for example, if you ask me what I do, I do few things, but one of the things that I do for entrepreneurs, so what I would say I help entrepreneurs, small business owners and startup to increase their business through proper branding, marketing, and social media strategy. That's what I mean. That's what I do in like less than 30 seconds. And it's very clear, you know, and that's, I promise you, each one of you will leave with their own USP, unique selling proposition when we come to marketing and branding. Thank you, Pamela. And Pamela.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carmel. I'm Pam's daughter.
Oh.
I'm currently working with her in her business and trying to help her lead the business into the direction that she wants it to go, but it's somewhat kind of the blind leading the blind. So I'm hoping that with the tools you teach us, I can help her and we can work together on making her business explode in a positive way, of course.
It will.
And we're really expecting 2017 to be that year for it to just propel way forward than it is now. So that's what I'm expecting, and hopefully some clarity as far as what I want to do. If and when I decide to start a business, I've been a bit fearful of it for many years, watching the struggle that she had growing up, and I swore up and down I did not want to be an entrepreneur, but I don't think I'm going to have a supervisor from hell again, so I don't want to risk that. I'd rather be my own boss.
Just to let you all know, just on an optimistic note, 2017 numerology wise is number 1. It represents number 1. Number 1 is beginnings. So 2017, you probably know what I'm talking about, Tracy. Number 1 is the beginning of a cycle. Last year was number 9. It was the end of a cycle. That's why 2016 was not that good for a lot of people. But 2017 brings all the new beginnings.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so because 2017 is, if you get it together, is number 10.
Yeah.
So it's 1. In numerology, it's 1. So it's a new cycle. It's a new beginning. So that should be, and you're starting it the right way. So Mark.
Hi, good morning. My name is Mark Gates, and I found out about this class because I work for the city of Pasadena. I work in the school district right now. But in the mid-'80s, I owned my own company. I owned a security company and a show business company, and I ran that company for about 15 years. But I came to California as an actor. I'm a graduate from the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and I'm still a professional actor. Me and my partner, we started sitting around and boss and supervisors from hell, and we sort of brainstormed what type of business what we want to go into. He is an HR manager, and I've already owned a company, a service business. And one of the things we saw over the last 4 years is that people were losing their jobs, and the service industry was definitely suffering. I remember when I came to California back in 19 boom, service was the biggest thing here. You know, the Broadway, everybody flipped over themselves to be able to provide the best customer service. So we decided to go into a service business, and we've already have a couple applications for license with the state of California. What I expect out of this class, to make a long story short, was that when I owned my first company, there was some mistakes that were made. And I want to do it bigger so we can do it on a bigger, I mean, it was successful, but I wanted to do it on a much grander scale. And that branding thing, that's the key. You have to have a brand.
Branding is the key for
everything. You have to have a brand. So we've been working on shooting some things back and forth between ourselves, and then we decided who would take the class. Yeah, you're right.
Mark, when you say service for companies, like, can you go like just a little bit deeper?
Sure, service industry for security, private home, nursing, and also temp agencies. And no better place to do this than Los Angeles, California.
And Angela, last but not least.
I'm here because I know nothing about a business, so I'm just open. So I'm open to receive, you know, because I've always wanted to give back. And in the 80s, we had programs for everybody. You know, the children, they learn different things. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost a trade they can learn, you know, or production. But we don't have that anymore. So I would like to have like a one-stop, you know, where you can come in and the children can come in because they need a place where they can feel safe. You know, a place where they can learn and grow. So when they go, really grow up or get out of high school, they have a program that they can go to. And then not only that, they're able to be able to give back themselves. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to start at an early age, you know, so.
Very good.
I want to really have like a one-stop for children. And it just seems like a personal agency that when you say that, you know, we'll be like a service. We'll be a one-stop for as dealing with children on one hand, you know, from the elementary, get them started early. Because a lot of times, I noticed that in other countries as well as, they train their children. They train them. And so I know that we need to, me as a person, as a black person, I want people to know where they come from and know, yes, you can do this. I've been dealing with sales, I've been dealing with working personnel, different places. Again, I want my own agency to be able to find that niche that they can do it and be able to build that out. So I want to build.
Great. And I want you to promise that when you're going to graduate from this, you're going to become the alumni of this program. You go out in your community and you help others. You know what I mean? This is the best thing. Yes, Ramika.
I wanted to know the difference between entrepreneur and owning a business ownership, because I noticed like my business and my brand has been evolving and changing. Every night I do research, which is good and bad because I'm trying to find a form of consistency. And what I learned or what I heard was entrepreneur is when you evolve an idea and you help bring it to fruition and manifest, and then you kind of sell that and you move on to another. And business ownership is more like, you know, your Mark and Pamela, we've been in their industry, in their lane for a long time. They own that and they stick with it. So it's been
it's the same thing. They are like the two faces of a coin, you know. And we